What's up guys, my name is Ace, and today we've got a few little topics to talk about with Vanguard. These are mainly just updates to keep you guys informed with what's going on, because there's actually been a couple things that have sort of flown under the radar. They haven't really been brought up a whole lot, and I have a feeling a lot of you guys won't know about all of this stuff today, so just kind of keeping you guys in the loop when it comes to Vanguard. And diving right into it, the very first thing we want to talk about is an update to the Trello board, which is where Sledgehammer keeps us updated with the issues that they're aware of, as well as their progress on fixing those issues. And each one of the issues will start off in the Investigating tab, then it will move to Fix Scheduled, and then after that, they will implement the fix in an update. And I always like to check in on this Trello board and just see where things are at. It doesn't get updated super often, but I checked this morning and I did notice one of the biggest issues since the launch of Vanguard has finally moved from the Investigating tab over to the Fix Scheduled tab. And this is the aim assist issue that many people have been experiencing, primarily on Xbox as well as PC, but I've heard some reports from PlayStation players, although I don't think it's a super widespread issue on PlayStation. In either case, this is the issue that was added on December 17th, that's quite a long time ago, and the title of this is basically aim assist toggles on and off when the player is engaging an enemy player. Now it's also worth noting this used to state that this was a cold-blooded related issue, so this had to do with aiming at an enemy that had cold-blooded equipped, and they've since removed the cold-blooded portion of that, which is also good news because it seemed like that was out of touch, because this was absolutely happening against people that didn't have cold-blooded either. Cold-blooded didn't appear to be part of the equation at all, and it seems like since they changed the title on this as well, they have figured that out, and we hopefully should be expecting a fix for this, most likely with the next title update. I have a feeling this is something that's a lot deeper than something they can handle with a hot fix. So in the next title update, it looks like we will be seeing a fix to that aim assist issue. Now, as to whether or not this absolutely fixes it for every player out there, only time will tell. We'll just have to wait and see. But I felt like this was at least a little bit of good news that I wanted to share with the community, because I was very surprised to see this move into the Fix Scheduled section. And after that, there's another fairly big thing that I wanted to talk about here, and this is something you may or may not have noticed while looking at the Battle Pass, and this is the current Battle Pass counter says that the pass will reset in 50 days from the day that I'm recording this video, which, if accurate, seems to imply that we're going to be seeing another season delay this time around. We saw a 2-week delay for Season 2, so Season 1 ended up being extended an extra 2 weeks, and assuming this timeline is correct, that's exactly what we'll be seeing here as well. Each season in Vanguard was initially meant to last for 8 weeks, and that's normally what we see with the seasonal system over the past couple years. It's 2 months per season, or 8 weeks, whereas on this current timeline, that's going to be a 10-week season, so it does appear that Season 3 may be delayed. And with this, I think there's a few possibilities. First up, maybe that Battle Pass timer is just wrong, and they will fix that and update it, and we'll still end up on that 8-week cycle. Second, and this is one that I suspect may be the case, the Arms Race game mode, which is meant to be a larger scale sort of a game mode that's coming to Vanguard. It's going to have vehicles and everything. I've heard rumors that it's somewhat similar to Ground War from Modern Warfare 2019, but perhaps with a different style of objective play, something a bit more linear. In either case, this game mode looks like it's a pretty big deal, and it is expected to be coming in Season 2. That's what they said in the blog post. So perhaps they have to extend the season just so they can actually finish up this arms race and get it into a good state so it can still launch within Season 2. That's something that I suspect may end up being the case, although I don't really have too much evidence to support that. I'm just kind of guessing there. Or there is one other thing that I think may be happening here, and that is they may have cut Season 6 for Vanguard, and now they're just going to make it so every season is now a 10-week season instead of an 8-week season, so it extends the overall timeline up to the release of Modern Warfare 2022, which wouldn't be surprising to me at all because I'm sure most of us are aware Vanguard is one of the least popular Call of Duty games in a very, very long time. There is very little interest or hype surrounding this game, so I could definitely see them making the decision to just cut one of the seasons out, save some resources there, kind of cut their losses, and just focus on the future, rather than focusing as heavily on supporting this game that is not very popular. Now, if this happens, I think that's really unfortunate for all of us players that are sticking around and playing Vanguard and still having a good time with it. But at the same time, from the business perspective, it would be very understandable. At this point, though, we are really just left guessing, it seems. Hopefully this is something we can get some kind of an update on soon. If they were planning on maintaining an 8-week seasonal schedule, then we should honestly be expecting our mid-season update next week. And therefore, if that's the case, then we should be expecting some more news and information throughout this week on that. Whereas if they have moved to that 10-week cycle per season, then that mid-season update is more likely coming in 2 weeks, in which case we're going to have to wait another week likely to get some proper information about it. In either case, that's really all I've got for you guys today. I just feel like a couple things that are important to mention for anybody that wants to keep up with any sort of Vanguard news and what's going on with the game in general. Honestly, I was really surprised to see that aim assist issue has apparently been fixed, at least on the back end. We'll have to see if that fix actually works for everybody. But that's something that I honestly had kind of given up on. Obviously, I was still bringing it up because it's a very serious core issue with the game for anybody that experienced that issue. And that's obviously a major turnoff for anybody that was experiencing that. But it had just been sticking around in the background for so long, and there was no mention of any updates or anything from Sledgehammer for such a long time that I honestly thought that they just gave up on it and they just decided they're not going to fix it and they're just going to cut their losses there. So it's good to see that they finally have a fix scheduled. I'm excited to see if that ends up actually working. And I'm curious to see what they decide to do with their seasonal system going forward. Are they actually cutting Season 6? We'll just have to wait and see. And with that, this is where I want to hear from you guys in the comment section below. What do you think about this news? First up, what do you think about the fact that the aim assist issue has apparently been fixed? And second, do you think they have dropped Season 6? Do you think we're moving into a 10-week cycle for seasons now? Or do you think that counter on the Battle Pass is just wrong? Just let me know down below. If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated. And don't forget to subscribe for more if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys next time.